There was big drama when the half-sister of cable TV actress Meghan Markle decided to sue her regarding an ill-advised book which Meghan allegedly claimed she didn't help with, then of course had forgotten. You know the book I'm talking about. And then of course Samantha decided that she wanted to press full steam ahead and make sure that this could be heard in the court of law. Now, whichever way you stand on either side, whichever person that you're looking at, of course both ladies have valid points. You know, it's very difficult, isn't it? Because on the one hand, a lot of people were absolutely stunned, shocked, and many disgusted by the fact that they'd always denied, Harry and Meghan that is, ever having dealt with anybody regarding the book. In fact, even the author claimed that they had no assistance at all, but were just talking to assistants. What's interesting is he's possibly about right, because the assistant was the direct link, of course. We do believe that they never directly spoke to the sort of tabloid editor, you know, the writer of that book. What is really interesting now, though, is Samantha Markle was hoping to push ahead. And the bigger problems that she has now are simply this. As we told you before previously, sadly, Thomas Markle is now recovering from his latest health setback, and he would have been vital in this particular story. Not that he can't be now, but obviously it's a lot harder, a lot difficult. And both Samantha and her brother, Thomas Markle Jr., have different focuses on their mind. They're not rich people, so they can't take on the mighty powers of the legal team of Harry and Meghan. That is the problem. But a very good source tells me that basically Thomas and Samantha need to really zip it and shut up. And this is because they've recently been giving interviews to news channels here in the United Kingdom. Not sure if these gone around the world, but certainly these channels at least. And the problem that you have with that is, if you've got an ongoing legal case, this can be brought up to be used in basically court, you know. Now, whichever way you look at it, you know, they are basically telling the truth. They're saying that Meghan has indeed not been in touch with her father, or indeed reached out and all that sort of stuff. But you see, in a court of law, well, it's not necessarily the main strand of that litigation. It can be brought into that because you can be seen as being bullying, you know, hyping up the story, talking to the world's media, when the focus should be on basically the elements of what Samantha is unhappy about within said book. And a good source said to me that the more that they speak, and as ever we have to say allegedly, the more that they speak to the world's media, the harder it's going to be to get a favourable conclusion for both Samantha, Thomas and Thomas Markle Jr. So of course, once again, some people do need to take some advice. Is anybody advising Samantha, Thomas and Thomas Jr. on how this particular case should be run? For Harry and Meghan, they've basically already tried to dismiss this particular situation. But moving forward, nothing's truly been resolved. But as this very eminent barrister told me, if I was Samantha Markle and advising her, I would simply tell her, for the time being at least, to remain as silent as possible while the bones of the case get pushed through. As ever, when I know more, you know more. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.